Hello, girls, guys, or otherwise. This is Rich with your Table Talk Thursday. As per usual, we are pulling from our Table Topics cube. If you would like to get your own cube, go ahead and go down into the description down below. It will be there for you. The company that makes this does not make this specific one anymore, but they do make ones that are similar. So go ahead and get yours. I'm going to go ahead and take the lid off here. I have not uh, seen what the topic is for this week. So before we get into pulling said card, a couple of the particulars. If you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It's located right here, and right next to it is a bell notification. Click that bell notification. YouTube may or may not possibly tell you whenever I upload videos. Then it's a whole YouTube thing. Um, be part of the YouTube and click the bell. Anyway, hit that like button if you like this video and like this content. Hit that dislike button if you dislike this video or this content. Also, while you're hitting that dislike button, go ahead and tell me why by leaving a comment below. Anybody else is also welcome to leave a comment down below on your views, especially on your views of what this week's topic is. So, let's see what this topic is. If the food is bad, but the service is good, do you leave a tip? Sorry, guys, I had to pause there. Jelly is going after Karen, who just got out of surgery. Everything is fine there. And I'm gonna take a little sidebar here. Karen has a bladder infection, which we're going to have to get checked out after we finish this round of antibiotics. So keep her in your thoughts there. So anyway, back to the topic. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your beverage, whatever it may be. Oh my gosh, I haven't used that line in a while. So, here's my situation. I, for years, was a bad tipper. And I fully admit this. Because whenever I was growing up, my parents, watching them tip, was always, put $1, $2, something like that on the table, and then you're done. That's it. Keeping in mind that this is back in like the 90s, whenever a dollar went further than what it does now, and it was, I don't know what my parents' financial situation was or whatnot, so it was what it was, and maybe my parents are just bad tippers. My dad and my stepmother are bad tippers. I don't know. Yes, Karen, you can sit up on the kitty tree here. Jelly, quit being a bitch. So anyway, it could be that my parents were bad tippers, but that's something that I picked up from them and did not realize it until I was actually called out on it by my former business partner. Whenever she actually said to me, "Hey, you are a terrible tipper. You have a $20 meal or $25 meal, and you're tipping $2. What the hell?" She's like, "Are things really that bad that you can't tip a couple extra bucks?" And she explained to me that the waiters or waitresses or the wait staff in general, usually, at least in the States, work for lower wages, but they make it up, or they're supposed to make it up on tips. It is implied that they make it up on tips. And that is a terrible system. And I thought, well, they're getting a regular wage plus whatever they make in tips. And I didn't realize that tips were considered part of the wage. So it's a terrible system. It needs to be dealt with, and it needs to be basically abolished, or at least, let me fix my collar there. It's irritating me. It either needs to be an abolished type of system, or it needs to be shamed. Basically, you need to shame the employers that are doing this, because it's a crap system. And you're talking about people who are on their feet, waiting on people day in, day out, and they're, I mean, they take a lot of crap from a lot of people, and it's not a fun job, for most people. Some people it's, more of a calling, or more of a fun thing to do, but that's few and far between. A lot of these people are doing it because it is something that they need to do to make ends meet. And I have little Miss Karen here. Everybody say hello to little Miss Karen. You want to say hi? Say hi. Okay. You can rest on Papa's lap here. Please don't play with anything. Anyway, so after I realized this, or after I was called out on it and told how bad of a tipper I am, um, it is now still something that I try to do. I try to do the 20% and whatnot. If the wait staff is totally incompetent, then, I'll still leave a little something, but it's going to be a lot less. Um, and that's more of a reflection on, hey, you are a poor wait staff. You're rude, you forget orders, or you don't write anything down for the order. You got my order wrong, or you said it wrong, something like that. Something to that effect. Things like, you didn't come to my table like for 40 minutes. You see that my drink is gone. You didn't offer me a refill, nothing. And usually I will drink like coffee. I'll have coffee for, with a dessert or something like that. And I'll sit there with the coffee. Now, if it's during the day, there are times, especially in the morning time, whenever I will have nothing but coffee. And I've told this to several people. I said, best way to my heart is keep this coffee cup full. And I've plainly said that to people. Usually not in a rude way. I said, just keep the coffee coming, something like that. I usually try to be nice. But if I'm sitting there for 40 minutes and they haven't even come over to see how we're doing, or to, you see empty plates, you didn't come over to see if you could take the plates away, nothing like that. If you are just poor at your job, then yeah, I'm not really going to leave you a stellar tip. So I try to make sure that the tip reflects the staff and how they do their job. So, to the actual question here, if the food is bad, but the service is good, do you leave a tip? This you get into gray area. I rarely ever send food back. I've done it, I think, once, maybe twice. And it's usually with somebody else saying, hey, this needs to go back. It's bad. And one of them was with a place that I was giving a second shot to. And this place I was not overly impressed with the first time, because they charge an extreme amount for a simple sandwich. And then I got tiramisu as a little treat to myself for dessert, and I actually had to use my own coffee to moisten it up, because it was dry-ass tiramisu. So, I love tiramisu, I really do. And this was not good quality at all. So yeah, I was not impressed. I was giving this place a second shot. And I went with, one of the people, my former business partner, was there with me. And the other person was a mutual friend of ours at the time, and now just a friend of mine. But be that neither here nor there. So all three of us are at the table here. And I order risotto. I'm like, okay, I've made risotto by myself before, from scratch, and trying to, what I think it's supposed to taste like. I said, I want to try actual risotto to see how a restaurant makes it and how it's supposed to taste. It comes out and it's hard. Risotto's not supposed to be like little tiny bullets. So my one friend, she takes a bite of it and she's like, that's terrible. So she calls the wait staff over and they say, can you take this. Just give us something else. Something, it was a side. It was a noodle side. So she's like, just bring linguine or something like that. Yeah, something that's not easy to mess up. So they bring that out, and we finish our dinner and all that. In that type of situation, and I can't remember exactly how I tipped on that one, but in that type of situation, if the wait staff was stellar, then I would sit there and say, this is for you, and the meal was terrible, but this is for you because you were awesome. I would try to make that abundantly clear to the wait staff that this is for you. This is not for the quality of the food. This is not for, anybody else. This is for your job well done. So I would try to go out of my way to make sure that they knew that. Now, sometimes you have situations where, you have to put the tip on the check or something like that. I try to carry a couple extra bucks with me, just to be able to hand people cash. So in that type of situation, what I would try to do is, if everybody else kind of failed around that waiter, waitress, waitstaff member, I would pull them aside. I'd say, can I talk to you real quick? And I would hand them the money personally. And I'd say, this is for you. Do not let anybody else have this, because you're the one I'm giving it to. So that's, I think, what I would do in that type of situation. Very rarely do I critique food and, really get into the nitty gritty of, was it stellar? Or, I'm somebody that has freely said on this channel that I will eat McDonald's if I'm hungry, and I don't care. I do not have a high threshold of food quality, so I'm okay eating just, whatever. Military member, I've eaten worse. So that's, where I'm at whenever it comes to food quality. Now, if you're supposed to be a 5-star restaurant and this is like McDonald's quality food, I'm going to probably say something. But if this is a normal mom and pop diner, then and you bring me out something that's, a little on the lukewarm side, not piping hot like it should be or something like that. Maybe the bread isn't toasted just right, or I'm not going to give a crap. And I will still tip the same as I should, the 20% or more, depending on the service and whatnot. I think the tip should be reflective of the service, not of the quality of the food. So how do you let that be known to people that the quality of the food was crap? Is you can freely tell them. Do tell the cook in the kitchen, whoever it is, whoever prepared this meal, that this is crap. This is your tip, and only yours. Go tell them, if you would be so kind, to go tell them that their food was crap. And, you can even say that to the cook themselves, depending on the type of situation and whatnot. You can tell them, hey, your food is crap, and just walk away. What are they going to do? But yeah, I mean, you can do those things. I rather vote with my feet and just not come back. But yeah, that's more of the way that I am. I'm more like, I'm not going to tell you that your food is crap. I'm just going to not come anymore. So anyway, that's all that I have for this one. So go ahead and answer this question. If the food is bad but the service is good, do you still leave a tip? And let me know what you think by leaving a comment below. In the meantime, I have to get a cat off of the altar because she knows she's not allowed to be up there. I don't know what's going on. Join me. I'm going to try to have it up tomorrow. I can't promise anything. or I'm going to try not to promise anything, but I'm going to try to have Chapter 5 of the Outer Temple of Witchcraft up tomorrow and Chapter 6 on that Saturday. Again, work has been a little hectic, and I'm trying to get time carved out to actually read the prepared material. So, and these are kind of longer chapters, so bear with me. Until next time, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye bye.